Businesswoman Valencia don come out come advise Fancy, while Fancy too don come out come give public statement.
My correct people dem no be small tin o. So woman wey dey call am say Valencia don come out to come share experience of her friend wey gay man deceive am, marry am. Say no be small tin o, na im dat her friend see for 7 years. So she come write an open letter to Fancy. Then e see say make fellow Nigerians wey come across am say make dem share am, make women around the world make dem read am, make dem gather sense. Come with some crochet moves wey no pure, come hide for under canopy of religion, begin to dey yarn dust. My correct people dem, the level dey be say anything wey dey talk wey you no get proof, na still dem say family na e belong to. But according to the story, if the story na true, na im be say all fingers dey point say Alex na gay. But yeah, even if you be gay, why not own it with your full chest? Why not own it with your full chest? Than to keep person pikin dey suffer am, all in the name of wetin I no know. Hi, na wow, Fancy man like touchy. Now let's deny. Waja! Hey, na this one pain Fancy pass every. It is well. So she don't come out to go and give public statement. Say I never wanted to speak up. My silence was golden. I did not want to tarnish his image. My pain was my secret. He opened me up for selfish reasons. I should have known better. I'm sorry to everyone involved. This is all very humiliating, but I have to defend myself. With the truth, this too shall pass. Taking time off, they heal. People just dey bashi her left, right, and center. But they no know say, if I thought say na true, say Alex be who him be, and he come hide to marry innocent girl. Hey, yeah. Okay, some people go say, wetin be kerewa? No be kerewa, shebi na kerewa dey lead to other things. No be kerewa dey lead to other things. Like the story wey this woman come talk now. He say her friend married for good 7 years and the woman was already 30-something years. Come go marry this man. This man say they no do anything, be Christian. After he married the man finish, na the man tell am say he get injury. No be small thing no. He say get injury abeg. He need to heal. Sitting carry am go doctor, fake doctor. Doctor confirm am. This woman still wasted 7 years of her life before one day she go catch the man dey carry one man. Anyway, Shamu read am so that we'll get am more in details. So this is my take on Fancy Acholonu story. This is not to dish anyone or judge anyone's sexuality, but a true life experience I witnessed, and I pray we all learn from it. Please take your time to read and share this story. It might save a life. I didn't want to weigh in on this Fancy Acholonu's issue, but when I read her interview on Stella Damikoko's page this morning, and then I got a call from my friend who asked me to share her experience, I just have to write this. Like I said, this is a true life story that happened to my very close friend. She got married at the age of 38 and left the marriage at the age of 45. That is after 7 years. The husband during their 3-month courtship convinced her to stay celibate, claiming to be a good Christian, and she was happy about it, as such stance translates to good man for most people. The lady waited faithfully for her husband till he finally married her, both traditionally and in church. After 3 months of courtship, you would think he would consummate the marriage, but he did not. He lied to her that he had an accident few months back that affected his waist and was still healing from the surgeries. Another waiting journey started. It was so bad that this man took her to a doctor
to soothe her fears. The crook doctor assured her all was well and that the husband only needed a little more to fully recover before he can perform his marital duties. Coming from a licensed doctor, you would think it was true, but it was all a plan between her husband and the doctor to fool her. She kept waiting for the acclaimed waist injury to heal. After 3.5 years of waiting for the injury to heal, the husband came home one day and brought her ex toys and told her that he can see she's been patient with him for 3.5 years. He told her she can use the dildos he bought, and if she wants a real man, she's allowed to date any man of her choice. But his only condition was that he wouldn't want to know the man she's sleeping with. When she told me the story then, I told her that it was a setup and she shouldn't consider it. That since she has been patient all the while, she might as well wait it out and trust God to heal him, so he wouldn't accuse her of infidelity. She agreed and kept living that way. Friends and relatives were giving her unsolicited infertility treatment options, thinking she had fertility problem as the marriage has failed to produce a child, not knowing that her husband has never slept with her. She would attend all manner of prayer meetings, visited uncountable churches including Mountain of Fire, sought for prophet, fasted unaccountable times, and would even pay on NSPPD where she was looking for solution for husband waist problem, crying out to God to heal him. I was fervently trusting God with her until June 2022 when I got a distress call from her one morning on my way to work. She was crying and sounded devastated. I asked her what the problem was and she said I should hurry over to her house, that it was an emergency, but I couldn't as I was hurrying to a work for a meeting. I asked her what it was, and she said she caught her husband bound down with a guy in their matrimonial home. Imagine the height of wickedness, waiting someone's daughter time for good 7 years. 7 years of courtship and marriage without ex, and of course without a child. She told me that after she had called me, that she spoke to another friend of hers who told her that rather than leave the marriage as a divorcee, she should come out as a widow. Her friend told her to buy him for being so heartless and deceitful with her and wasting her time. I clearly told her I would not be a party to buying anyone no matter the crime. But I encouraged her to go to her family, open up and tell them her story, the whole truth, then leave the marriage in one piece. I knew she needed a fresh start, so I asked her to get me her passport and chose any country of her choice. So she would want to relocate and I will help her get the visa. That's exactly what she did. She left the marriage and she is no longer in this country. As I write this, she has started life afresh with nothing for all her years in marriage. If her ex-husband has not wasted her time, maybe she might have married another man and had her own beautiful family by now. If I had not advised her right to spare his life, he would be by now. I don't have anything against anybody's sexuality, but my clear stance is this: do not waste anybody's time. Face your sexuality, own it with your full chest, and stop using innocent, unsuspecting people to cover up. If you are a core lesbian, please don't frustrate someone's son for nothing, and likewise guys. My friend was stuck with empty dreams and hope, deceived for years. She called me this morning after she read Fancy Achelonu's story and was practically in tears, as the story reminded her of her life journey.
She will be 46 years old this year with nothing to show for it. Please, I want you all to pray for my dear friend that God will bless her this year with a husband and a child to call her own. That God will compensate her for the pains and agony. As for her ex-husband, we leave him for God to judge accordingly. Comes to say, I'd fancy. Acholonu, this post is for you. Read 1 to 4. My anonymous friend wants me to share her story because of you and said you are lucky that yours happened when it did. Marriage rites were not performed. Did you fast for days on end? Did you visit uncountable churches? Did you go prayer mountain? Did you wake up at midnight to pray for a non-existing problem? Do you some days question your sanity? Please pick up the pieces of your life and move on to better things. I am not downplaying what you went through, but I am only saying that it could be worse, much worse. Please chin up and move on, and I wish you the best of life.
Now, wow. Okay, now, we don't talk about this story now. I don't read the story, compare am with fancy own. Is there no similarity? It's just that sometimes we human beings, we don't just like telling ourselves the truth. Honestly. Alright, for some people where they're confused, when fans they come back and say she and Alex may finally, do something together, but it was so embarrassing. The level there be say they dated for 5 years and did nothing. So when she come say leave your truth, wey people come dey batch Alex come force himself. So okay, make him do something with this babe. You know why I say force himself? Why I say force himself is because after he do and finish, he go dey announce. Who dey hammer him babe go dey announce now? Go dey tell him sister. Even when his sister say, my brother told me, say he sleep with you. I was like, yeah? So if your brother hammer woman, he will come tell you. He was not telling everybody, me and I don't do, because that was the reason why he do him. Just do him, to satisfy people, to make his family happy. And see, tell Fancy, go tell your people. Say, me and you don't do, me and you don't do, me and you don't do. Make Fancy go tell her own people too. Now wow, things are occurring, that's a coincidence, now that one I don't know, but the story is too similar. It's too similar. And I believe, say, this very story just confirm Fancy suspicion. Because if you dey suspect, maybe she never really catch him red-handed, but she feel like, you just see this man no dey into, but he go defeat dey deny. I don't know, this one na assumption. If he dey deny, say, no, I'm not into it, blah, 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 and all. But something wey be say with your full chest, you go fit take action. But I believe Fancy doesn't really know. She just dey suspect and all that. Because even when we hear the story, we say, child, this guy, be straight guy. So maybe she was just suspecting too. But now with this story, the stories, it is similar now. It's so similar. Alright, most waiting country people, then they talk about this very mattress. Alright, so first person can say things they occur, but this may not necessarily be Alex's reason for staying celibate. May una no go jeopardize his mental health with your theories, Biko. Then the second person say almost all the men are gays. Otherwise, tell me why will a straight man will request for an ex? First person say, if you are a proper Nigerian lady, there is no way you will not see the signs coming. Then the second say, oh heavens, I want Adam, original Adam, not Adam in Adam my body. First person say, legalize this thing. Una no grey, I feel for people that have to live a lie. It's not easy on them too. Then the second say, you can be anything you want to be before you met me. But on God, if you try this agege thing with me, I go arrange senior man to redesign your nyash. If you see Bola, you go dey run, lavish.
Well, my correct people them, it is very very wrong for person to come dey deceive another person just because of say you wan please the street, you wan please mostly your family members. You wan it doesn't make sense now. It doesn't. That's the height of wickedness. The height of it, just dey waste person time. Meanwhile, wetin you know am o. You know am 100%. Alright, so una thank you for watching. Una stay beautiful. Una bye.